Back here inside the Wellness and Event Center. So Penn State, they defeat NJIT 3-0 over NJIT. And we are happy now to be joined by head coach Danny Goncalves. And coach, the result that you weren't looking to see here for a second straight day, but I do have to start by asking, what did you think of your team's effort and composure, though, throughout this match here tonight?
It was pretty good. I mean, I think the biggest thing that happened was they passed a pretty good game and allowed their middles to take a bunch of swings at us. And it's tough to stop Toby. He's a pretty good player.
No, he certainly is, and I felt like there was a trend here tonight for whatever reason. There was a lot of service errors from both teams. Do you feel, though, that could sometimes be over-aggressiveness, or is that a testament to how the defenses are set up in that time during the serve?
It's both. I mean, we have to serve tough to get them off the net. If they don't get off the net, then it's pretty easy to, not score necessarily all the time, but it just gives it a little bit tougher time for our defense. So we have to be tough in those situations, but we certainly have to be a little bit better and have a little bit less errors than we are.
Now, I know the stats certainly say one thing, but I felt like Carson Williams had some nice moments in the contest, and he was certainly someone we talked about in the opening of our broadcast tonight. What was your takeaway about Carson's performance here this evening?
Offensively, he's great. He goes back to serve, he gets the ball in, he puts a good tough float serve, and we're getting some points back in his rotations. I mean, Carson's been playing really good ball this year, and we're going to definitely look to him later in the season, especially now while we have some guys banged up, to score some points for us.
I know you mentioned about Toby. He certainly was very good for Penn State, but I also felt like number 13, Owen Rose, was really making his impact. I'm sure, was he someone that was very high on your scouting list, someone that, hey, we have to keep an eye on? He's certainly someone can make an impact, or was he someone that kind of came off the radar a little bit?
Yeah, no, I mean, we know his numbers are good. Yesterday, for instance, they didn't use them nearly as much as they did today, and I think when they can pass as well as they do, they have a little bit more options to run different guys and overload in certain situations to give them advantages. He's a great player, and they passed perfect enough, and they passed well enough tonight to be able to do kind of whatever they wanted offensively.
Certainly a learning experience for your team here after these two nights. Merrimack is next on the schedule. What's the practice going to be like for you leading up to that match and trying to get things right for Merrimack?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same things we always work on in the gym. We're going to serve and pass. It's the most important thing. We got to be able to terminate. We're getting some digs. We're getting some opportunities. We got to be able to terminate in that kind of thing, opportunities and situations. And we got to serve more balls in the court.
No, absolutely. Well, Coach, obviously not the result as discussed, but certainly best of luck against Merrimack and continued success here throughout the season.
Thanks a lot.
All right, that's head coach Danny Goncalves, and that is going to do it here from the Wellness and Events